Right before I start this video, I almost forgot to point this out. This guy is called a Jawbus. They tend to bite anything near them. Max HP is 5 and attack is 1. Its only weakness is the glowing spot on its back. It won't look behind, so try flipping to 3D and sneaking behind it. Hello guys, it's Mega Blast. Welcome back for some more Super Paper Mario. In the last part we have been adventuring in the desert and got the Speed Flower. And we talked to Old Man Watchet and the old town. In this part, which I don't want to panic because of the zombie shroom, we have been... Well, in this part we are going through the desert and battling Ochunks. Right after I go through some of these things. You can use the road to hit switches. You can't go through here unless if you figured out those parts. Now right before I battle Ochunks, I am gonna go in the pipe. Because something really cool is in there. So here we are, inside the pipe. There doesn't seem like there are that much question mark blocks, but there are actually double times as many. That's a coin block. That was bad. Anyway, there are actually 14 blocks here. That's why I like this underground thing. It doesn't matter if I take damage. Only if it's a little bit of damage, I'll just deal with it. Here is that rare material I was talking about. It only happens once in chapter 1. That's a super shroom. You can cover a lot of HP when you eat it. Only happens when you're very low on HP. I don't want to grab it. You still get 1,000 points from that. Anyway, now that that's over with, let's battle Ochunks. And you may notice there is a save block right next to the door. That's where Ochunks is. I'll tell you more details later. Grah, googly! So you're the lad sticking his stash in me boss's business? This is Ochunks. Of course, I've already introduced. You shouldn't have crossed the count. Now I'm gonna have to get chunky on you. You're one of Count Black's thugs, aren't you? Ochunks is me name, and I'm no common thug, lass. I thug for the Count of the Counts, Count Black himself. One word from me, Brecky boy, and I come to make ye feel some damage. Damage? Make that damage. Whatever then. Not that it matters a pinch of stew in the sandstorm. You're a goner! Do you even know what Count Black is trying to do? Death! Like, me boys using powers and whatnot to bring back some order to this here world. And the enemy of Black being in their mind, they all get drunked. This Ochunks is a lot scarier than the other enemies we've faced so far. Maybe you should use my power to investigate him when we start the battle? Enough is enough already. It's time to thunder down from on high and deliver a beating of the ages. Chunk on it! This is Ochunks. He's a big, bearded warrior of a man. Max HP is 20 and attack is 1. He only gets stronger per defeat. He can grab you by the feet and hurl you. You can actually battle him in 4 rounds. You may think that you do 20 HP per defeat, but think again. If you're in reach, he'll toss you, so keep your distance. But you can turn the tables on him and use the row to send him flying. I really like this song here. And what I most likely like about him is when he hurls, it actually makes some funny movements. I don't think he's gonna hurl me. Oh, here we go. He grabs Mario on the leg. And he shows some powerful moves too. So, let's do this again. I'm chunked! That was fast. Me chunks, you failed me. I got pummeled on and you barely slit your brow. Hey, what kind of strange little man are you? This strange little man is none other than the legendary hero Mario. Mario, eh? Tis an odd name, yeah, but you can't beat but your baby. I'll remember that. His name's not Mario, it's Mario. I really like how he calls him Mario. You remember this, Mario? If you didn't look like such a wee toddler, I wouldn't have taken it so easy on you. But hey, I have to give it up for your effort. So let's call it a tie. You better not got some chunks of your own for next time though, eh? And when you're at it, why don't you wax that funny mustache of yours, Mario? Till we meet again, eh? Chunks the way! And it may look like a cliff, but it was actually just a wall. Do you understand a word of what that goon was saying? A little. And you'll remember what he said. You'll have to. First, I'm going left because there's a sign there. But none other than that, there's something else on the left of the sign. If you flip right here, there are hidden question mark blocks for you. Only 5 though. And all of those 5 are coins. So pretty useless, eh? This sign says... Okay, that's the wrong one. Is this it? Come on. Is this it? No. Is this it? Press minus and 1 at the same time to make something of interest happen. Now Mario doesn't know what minus is, but I do. You have to press minus and 1 at the same time on the blue platform to make something very cool happen. But right before I do that, let me introduce you to these Goombas. Typically we'll say the same thing about them, but they can flip. So if you flip, they flip. New enemy right here. This is called a float, an ice turbo. I almost said very bad. We'll get introduced that later in the game. It's a nasty gas bag that spews a plume of freezy gas. Max HP is 5, attack is 2. That gas will freeze you, so don't go sniffing it. Some say that gas comes from their mouths. Some say it comes from elsewhere. Oh dear. Man, I like that. Come on. I'm not gonna show you an example, I just told you. I was jumping on the trampoline. Well done, Mario. Anyway, let's go on. Now, right across these platforms, you'll see the blue platform. But if you want to get the end of Chapter Star, you can't unless if you do that same pattern. Press minus and 1 at the same time, and this happens. Interesting puzzle that I won't do. Very good ending at that last part. Meet you at the ruins. Mario, I can feel it calling. The pure heart is nearby. But wait, I can sense something else emanating from that sand dunes. Be careful now, Mario. Something else is waiting for us ahead. Welcome to the old ruins. These old ruins has a furious monster in it. Let's adventure in this ruins a little bit. This enemy is called a Buzzy Beetle. It's much tougher than it looks. XP is 1, attack is 1, and defense is 3. Even flames won't scorch his hard shell. Sometimes they cling to the ceiling and drop down on your head when you walk by. Not very friendly, Buzzy. Shame on you. Now, right before you go through the door, I'm gonna show you, and that mushroom just dropped down the stand. Did he fall? Just a second. Okay. Go over these. It's not a warp pipe, but go on the other side. You will get my most favorite item in this faithful game, a life shroom. This restores 5 HP if you fall in battle. You can also use it if you want, but I really like keeping it in case. Let's keep adventuring. You can actually point at these fire bars and Tippy will say something about them. I will do that later. Well, actually right now. That is a fire bar. Don't touch it, you'll get burned. That's what she only says. Okay then, let's go inside the door. These guys are called Spiky Trumps. For some reason it enjoys blowing left and right all day. You can't beat it, you can only avoid it. It will move until it hits a wall. Then it will come right back at you. It's very easy to avoid because they're tiny. We'll meet a horde of them in the next episode. In the next part, we will adventure more in the ruins and battle the boss, Flagtail. So, see you guys later.